Okay, welcome to another giveaway from Agricultural Insights. As always, I'm your host, Chris Stelzer. So, today we have an awesome product. You're actually going to win fence posts from Pasture Pro. Alright, Pasture Pro makes fence posts. I'll give you a little close-up on their logo here. Okay, check that out, Pasture Pro Fence. And they basically specialize in manufacturing of fence posts. There's all these debates out there about which fence post is best, which one should I use. The debate can go on and on. It's almost like talking about politics, okay? So, just a forewarning there. I have experienced fencing with metal droppers, with metal T-posts, with fiberglass posts, with portable pigtail posts, plastic and metal. I have a decent experience of fencing, but I'm not a fence guy. I don't build fence. So with that in mind, there you go. However, Steve over at Pasture Pro, we've actually talked on the phone for a few hours about ranching and grazing and stuff like that, but we've also talked extensively about their posts. So these are just samples that Steve sent me. He also sent me 3 samples of their different types of posts, which is incredible. I mean, very generous. So from Steve, I believe what he's giving away is one of these posts. Okay, this is a 4-foot post, and you're gonna get 15 of these, if you can believe that. 15 of these posts, which is an incredible value. That just goes to speak to the commitment Steve has made to serving his customers. So Steve, thank you very much. This is awesome. Now, before we talk about the posts, I just want to highlight some stuff, some information that Steve sent me on this card here, which is really cool. Pasture Pro posts, what are they made out of? They're made of 30 to 40% reclaimed wood flour, okay? And then they're made of food-safe polypropylene, and then they have a UV stabilizer and pigments in them. That's it. Okay, so they have no PVC in these posts. There's no PVC and there's no fiberglass. And so for those of you people in an organic operation that are looking for a quality fence post, I would highly recommend these. You could also use these in a garden or, farming type scenario if you do a small market garden with veggies and stuff. These posts are going to be safe. So that's a really good feeling. I know I kind of worry about poisoning the soil. With these posts, you really don't have to, okay? So these posts were introduced in 2005. How long will the posts last is a big question. So they've done some extensive research, they've used some data, some testing, and they said the post should last about 20 years. That's pretty good, all right? For a post that you can buy, go drive in the ground, drill a hole in, and then put a fence up, that's extremely good. There might be some, certain types of wood species out there that may last longer, but now you're talking about digging holes instead of just driving posts, which is a whole nother ballgame. These posts are great. So they'll last about 20 years. These posts cannot break. They might bulge a little bit on the outside, they might bulge, but they are literally almost impossible, if not impossible, to break. Okay, so you can head to their website to find out more information, and I will provide their website below this video, so you don't need to worry about that right now. Let's see, let's move on to the back. You don't need a special cap to drive these, okay? Let me show you this real quick. They reinforce this top here, so you don't need to any cap or anything when you're driving these posts. They're heat treated or something on the top. I don't know. So, nothing special required to drive the posts. There you go. How do they compare to a T-post with an insulator? Well, guys, girls, gals, gentlemen, if you're using a T-post, you need to insulate that T-post or a metal post. Insulators break, snap, the wire comes off. These posts are self-insulating. So if there is ever a wire that is touching this post, it's not a big deal because it's self-insulating. awesome. I love self-insulating posts. I'm such a huge fan of them. You know, will this post last as long as steel if you were to sit them out side by side in a yard or something? Maybe it would. I don't know. However, I'm willing to use posts like this just because they're self-insulating. Okay? It's so easy. Next thing, let's move on to, you can drive these posts with a regular post driver. Like I said, you don't need a cap on the end. No cap required. That's it. You can drive them just like any other regular post. However, if you're in a dry area like myself in Colorado, you might want to use a pilot driver first, which is basically just a post driver with a long metal spike on the end, and you drive a pilot hole first, and then you come in, finish it out, and you pound one of these in with a regular post. With a regular post driver, that is. Okay? It's really not that much more difficult. For a lot of you people in the Midwest, Montana, basically anywhere east of the Missouri River, in certain circumstances, or in most circumstances I should say, unless you're in the Ozarks or something, you can just go ahead and drive these with a regular post driver and you're not going to have any problems. So, yes, how do you attach a wire to these posts is the next question. Well, you just drill a hole here. So you would just drill a hole right here. Focus my camera. So you just drill a hole here, and then it comes, you can buy these cotter keys, cotter pins that are flexible. So you would just have your wire strung up, make a space, put your wire through, so your wire would be running this way through through this little cotter key, and then you just put that cotter key into the hole that you drilled on your post, and then you just bend this wire around, something like this. Okay, there's all sorts of ways you can bend it. You can get into the nuances of which bend lasts longer or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. And now you have a post, you have a fence up. It's really that easy to attach. So there you go. The next question, do the posts come pre-drilled? No, they do not. They're easy to drill. Okay, you just get a 3/16 inch bit, drill a hole, stick your cotter pin through. That's it, you're done. They also have, for if you're interested in putting up horse fence, they make this little piece that goes and attaches to these posts with 2 screws. The screws do come with this piece, okay? And then you can put your horse roping electrified fence through there. Do not do this. Do not use this, I repeat, do not use this if you are going to be doing high tensile electric wire for livestock fencing. That's not what this is designed for. Pasture Pro makes these cotter keys or cotter pins. This is what you want to use, okay? So, just to be clear. Now, let me move up a bit. We'll talk a little bit about different sizes, different pigments, things like that. So, this is just a sample of the black color, okay? It's almost as gray as my sweatshirt, but it's a little bit darker. This is an example of their lighter colored, natural looking wood posts, which are really nice as well. I would say this is probably a little bit over 1 inch in diameter, maybe 1 1/4 inches, 1.5 inches. Okay, then you've seen the white. Here's a white post. Then they make a grayish type post. Okay, there's the color. Alright, so this post I have here, I'm going to move back. This post I have here is pretty robust. This is 1 1/4 inch, 1.5 inch post. I mean, this thing is so solid. You know, I'm trying to break this as hard as I can. Or I'm giving it all I got. Yep. It just flexes a little bit. And that's another great thing about these posts. They will flex along with your high tensile, because high tensile can move. You don't want to build a high tensile fence extremely tight. Okay? These posts, let's say a deer, elk come through, whatever, these posts will flex with them, and then your fence will return to where it needs to be. Okay? That's safer for the wildlife, saves you headaches because you're not out there repairing fence all the time, obviously. So it's just a win-win situation. Like I said, Steve over at Pasture Pro, 15 of these, if you can believe it, shipped to your door, no expense to you. Awesome, awesome posts. You also get a fancy catalog that talks more about their stuff. So, you know, oh, here's a cool thing I wanted to show you the strength of. I'll try and zoom in on this, but you guys can view this on their website. This is the bale test. So basically, they just put one of these fence posts through a bale. Oh no, they didn't. Okay, so here's a fence post. They rolled a big round bale down a hill over the fence, and then the fence popped back up. Okay, so that goes to the flexibility thing I was just thinking about. You could also, if you wanted, take one of these huge diameter ones. And Pasture Pro probably doesn't recommend this, but I'm telling you what you could do. And if you get a long one, you can actually put it through a big round bale all the way through and drill 2 holes, put some chains on either side, and you can drag round bales around your pasture, and you can roll out the bales to get more fertility on your pasture. So that's pretty much it. Here's all your fence products from Pasture Pro. Like I said, they make a wide variety. Oh, I think the ones you're getting are 4 foot, and I believe maybe they are 1 1/4 inch. Maybe my measurement judgment is not too good right now. So 15 4-foot posts from Pasture Pro. Can't recommend these guys highly enough. Steve is just awesome to deal with. He'll personally call you. He spent a lot of time with me, and he was giving me stuff for free. So there you go. That's it from Agricultural Insights, guys. Remember to sign up at agriculturalinsights.com. Fill out the form, like our Facebook page, and hit share. Take care.